Morning traders. So let's have a look at the Aussie, South African top 40. Again, I'm starting with the weekly chart, and just one thing to notice, you'll see how Tikkun Sen, the blue line here, has been offering resistance. So if we just put a line in here so we can see it on the lower time frames there, and as well as the 50 EMA. So you can see the 50 EMA here lines up with the previous high here. So we can put another line in there, and as I mentioned yesterday, you can see this massive Brooks gap here. So a break above here is going to take us to this level. Well, first to Tikkun Sen, and then to Kijun Sen, and then to the Brooks gap at the top. So let's just have a look at the daily. And so you can see yesterday we kind of battled with this level quite extensively before failing. We formed another range bar here, and just to highlight the importance of range bars and how they play out. So that's the height, that's the range there. You can see where profit taking took place. Right at the top, this 100% is the height of this range. You can see how profit taking happened. It's come back and it's now tested the break of this range. So using the same logic, we have another range bar, and obviously a break to the downside brings us to this area, and a break to the upside brings us to this area. Okay, and that target would be the 200 EMA. It would be pretty interesting to see. Target to the downside will be nothing really apart from what we've got here. Nothing really. We've got this level here, and that's about it. Let's just delete that. Okay. Also, what you'll notice on the Ichimoku at the moment, you have a flat Kijun Sen and you have a flat Tikkun Sen, and the cloud is also pretty much flat. So this is indicating ranging at the moment, which is kind of what we're doing, albeit a massive range. Let's just drill down to the 4 hour. Okay, so the 4 hour things start changing. So we've still got the breakthrough price of Siku Span. We haven't broken through the cloud yet, and we haven't broken through Kijun Sen at the moment. So that would need to break through here before we've got all this distance here from Kijun Sen to the cloud. There's nothing to hold back Siku Span. You can see how we bounced off the cloud. We're running down the cloud, and we've come in line to Tikkun Sen. Now, a bounce off here will indicate that we have a relatively strong trend brewing to the upside. And I'm still not really convinced that we have got a bottom here to get in on this trade. Let's just have a look at this trend line here. Similar to the DAX, we do have a bit of a channel, widened channel. My concern is still the distance between Kijun Sen and Tikkun Sen. So you see Tikkun Sen running up here, blue line, and Kijun Sen not running, pointing up at all. It's just basically running flat. So was this pull back to this little level here? You see this gap close here, and are we looking for an up move at the moment? We're sitting at 49,590. So we're right where we closed at the moment, so it doesn't look like any massive moves overnight. And let's just get down to the 1 hour. So again, nothing really here to excite me about a continued move to the upside. The only thing that is quite positive is the cloud. The cloud is quite large here, lots of volatility. So the probability of a break through the cloud is kind of, I won't say remote, but it's minimal. The problem with that is it's 1,700 points away, so I'll discount that completely right now. And you can see here how we're running inside Kijinsen and Kijinsen, just bouncing between the two. So we'll need a break either way to establish ourselves. And I think again, similar scenario with the Aussie. I'll wait for the open, and typically I don't worry about the first half hour, so I'll use the 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock bar to figure out what direction we're going in and utilize that for my entry. The positive parts of this at the moment is we have this gap is closed. Okay, we still do have a pretty big gap at the bottom here, and there are further gaps to the left from the beginning of last year that are still open. But I think if this holds, if this level here holds, and we can start heading to the upside and break through the 200 EMA here on the hour and stay above it, then the trend will definitely be reversing to the upside. And get back to daily here. I just want to put this line, I just want to label Kijinsen quickly. Just label that with a red. So that's our daily Kijinsen. Back to the hour, just see what's going on here. And you can see everything slap bang in the middle of the daily Kijinsen. So yes, I think what we're looking for is a break above here, and a break above there will give us 500 point stop loss, which is massive. So sorry guys, the Aussie, to me, stop losses are large, they're doable. We usually have small position sizes, but I would ultimately look for some better action here. Looking for a pin bar like this off this level would be ideal, and yeah, I think wait and see for me. I'm not going to do anything rash on this one at the moment. We could still pull back to a little bit more, but the last thing I just want to point out here is, I said this yesterday, we've got a left shoulder here, we've got a big head here, and we could have a right shoulder forming here. So I think the biggest thing here is we need to break through the cloud, and you can see how breaking through the cloud will validate the inverse head and shoulders as well. So yes, I think looking for a bottom, let's wait and see what happens at the open. If we get a decent very bullish pattern, then I'll definitely take the trade. Be a small position because stop loss is going to be pretty large. But apart from that, that's what we'll be doing with the Aussie. I hope it helps, and catch you later.